Yeah. All right.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Harsha. Good morning. How are you
How are
doing?
you, ma'am?
I'm
I'm
good.
fine, ma'am. Good,
Uh-huh.
good.
All right. So, what have you been doing since we met?
Doing practice,
Mm-hmm. Practice in what?
English speaking practice,
How do you do it?
listening podcast and by reading.
Okay. So, are you speaking also?
I speak on English Share platform only because
Uh-huh.
nowadays holidays are going on.
Okay.
Because of that, I don't have anyone to converse with them.
So, how many sessions do you take a day?
Nowadays, only one session I have
Okay.
taken. Mm.
Since you are having holidays, maybe you can take one more.
Yeah, yeah,
That would be more practice if you like it. If you get
yeah, yeah,
interested in that, that would be a real.
yeah.
Uh, Otherwise, you do something on your own, like maybe talking to yourself. I might have
Yes.
told you last time how to do that.
I no. Actually, in last session there is a technical issue. A little bit your voice is not was not
Okay,
audible that time.
okay,
Mm.
okay. All right. So did I tell you to narrate a story?
Uh, yes, yes, yes.
Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. So which story are you reading? You take the story from the net or from a book?
No, I would like to prefer from the book.
Okay. Do you have any book at home?
Yes, I have a book because my childrens now grew up and I have collected all their storybooks,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
That's good actually.
They,
Yeah.
when they were in class second, third, fourth, fifth, in their school there was a compulsory one library book they have to purchase.
Okay.
So we have a collection of small storybooks.
So how is the standard of the book? It is high level language or
No, no, basic language.
is basic? Is that enough for you? Basic language is enough for you?
No, no, basic language is not enough for me, but I feel confident and sometimes for daily use English, basic English is very
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
necessary.
Initially, you can start with that, and then as
Yeah,
you get involved, you can take a higher level of book. Otherwise, you can take stories from the internet itself. Internet also, no, we get a lot of stories, so we
yes,
you
yes.
can just read it maybe twice, and then
Mhm.
start narrating it in your own. This is very important because we listen, but the actual
But we,
speaking, isn't it? So unless you
yes,
speak, you feel okay, I can make the sentence in the mind, but then when you speak, you will come across the difficulties. So
yes, yes,
always speak, even if it is for 3 minutes, it is okay. 5 minutes
yes,
would be ideal, and
yes,
minimum 5 minutes. But in the initial stages, even 3 minutes, if you can talk,
yes,
summarize the story, and that would be really wonderful, because that gives
yes,
the much needed practice for the
yes, yes.
brain, the tongue, and your creativity. Everything will get
Creativity.
involved in that. So what you
Yes.
have to do is use your own words when you are narrating, not the word from the story.
Not the word from the
Yeah,
story.
one or
Yes,
two words come from the story, no problem at all, because you remember that word, and you can know that is a naturally those words are coming to your mind. You can use them, but as far as
yes, yes.
possible, try to use your own words. Why we should do that? Why we should use our own words?
Because whenever we use same word, we are using that word again and again. No matter we know all the words, but if we will not utilize in our conversation, so our conversation will not be beautiful and effective, and
Impactful,
it will
impact.
impactful, and it will not improve.
Yeah. So when you think in your own words, your brain will start creating new ideas also,
New ideas.
and at the same time, no, you will sound very natural.
Yeah.
That's what we
It's like
require.
whenever we buy something new, we ladies have a habit that we have to show our friends, and we want to this highlight this today. I have brought this, and we want to show it. It's just like word also. Whenever we learn new words, we try to seek opportunity. Where can I use that
Where I
word?
can use it. And more than impressing others, it is impressing yourself. Okay, I'm able to use this word in the right manner. So you feel confident about it. And then
Yes,
that will actually encourage you to use more words. So this is absolutely important. Don't forget it. Start right away, maybe soon after this class or today itself.
yeah, yeah.
That's, you remember any story which you have read recently?
Recently, I have read a story of minister test.
Okay.
Minister's Test. It is written by Sudha Murthy.
Okay.
Uh,
Can
in
you
the,
recall that story now?
yeah, I will try. Let's.
And take a few seconds if you want to remember.
Okay, okay. In that story, there was a king who is very intelligent and who want all her
Uh, Varsha,
who
Varsha,
rule. Yes,
Varsha.
yes, yes.
Decide in which tense you are going to talk. In which
Uh,
tense are you going to narrate it? Are you going to narrate in present tense or past tense?
Past tense.
Or past tense. Okay.
Okay.
So you
Uh,
can start with past tense. Yeah.
uh, there was a king of Vijaynagar.
Hmm.
He ruled kingdom and he was very intelligent
Hmm.
and he want to each person of
He
his
wanted to. He wanted to.
he wanted to educate all the people of his kingdom.
Hmm.
Because of that, the people of that kingdom was very intelligent and clever boys also. In the neighboring country, there was a king who was very impressed by this kingdom. So he decided to make a minister from that kingdom.
Okay.
Uh, so once he announced that I will take a test of your kingdom's people, and if they will pass the test, I will make one of them minister.
Hmm.
So what they had to do for that test, they have had to bring a fresh vegetable from their own kingdom to their to that neighboring country's kingdom.
Hmm.
So all the peoples were very excited. They decided that we all will participate. We all will participate in that test. Uh, uh, that I have told you condition what they have to do for them.
Yeah, yeah. They
No,
had to bring vegetables.
they had to bring fresh vegetable to their home. Now, what happened? All the farmers were doing very nicely. They sow the very seeds and they fertilize the
Hmm.
soil very nicely so that they will get a very nice quality of crops.
Hmm.
But what happened when the competition was going on? Whenever they take the crop in their bullock cart, and by the time they reached the kingdom, the all the vegetables were spoiled and rotten.
Hmm.
Because of that, no one they were selected in that test.
Hmm.
Then one of the person who was very intelligent
Hmm.
and whose name is Saran.
Hmm.
What did Saran do? When all the farmers are sowing the seeds in their farm, that time he collect the soil in bullock cart,
Hmm.
collected the soil in the bullock cart, and
Hmm.
in that bullock cart he saw the seeds
Hmm.
and he
Okay.
fertilized that soil, and
Hmm.
after that he traveled to that country by bullock cart.
Hmm.
In the meantime, the seeds turn into sapling, and then by the time he reached, there were lots of fresh vegetables. And when he reached the kingdom, he gave all those vegetables to the king.
Mm.
So because of his
Ingenuity, smartness,
ingenuity,
cleverness. Yeah,
smartness, and wisdom,
yeah.
king was very happy about it.
Uh,
And one more task he had gave to him. That what task he had gave to him? There were three dolls.
mm,
There were three dolls in. So he wanted to take one doll for their what to say palace.
okay.
So which one should we keep? He asked to the
Uh,
that farmer Sarang.
uh,
Sarang asked for one wire and he put into one of the doll's eyes, sorry, ear,
mm, okay.
and that wire passed from one ear to
Mm, the
next.
other. Mm,
And the second doll, he put wire and it he poke in into from poke in the ear and it come out from the mouth.
okay.
Mouth. And the third one, it go inside, but it didn't come out. So he decided the third one doll we will kept for it because first one is represent that whatever she listen, she will forget the
Mm,
next moment.
mm,
And the second one is representing that if we will tell the secret anything, he uh, he will spill the secret. He will tell.
yeah.
She will tell the
Uh,
secret. And third one will keep it with her, and it will. She will keep in her mind. The third one is
yeah.
they
To
selected.
remain in her mind.
Remain.
She,
It,
she will not reveal that secret to anyone else.
yeah, yeah. She will not reveal
So
that.
he chose that third one.
Third one.
Yeah.
Then he impressed. Then the king was very much impressed of Sarang, and then he decided to make Sarang minister.
The minister. Right. So a wonderful story. I've never heard it. This is the first time I'm hearing this story. And it's got a
One
message.
more incident was there. There were three rings. One is the red, and one is the blue, and one is the green. The red one, red ring. The king asked the Sarang that whoever will wear the red ring, he will decide the decision. He will automatically get the power to make the decision
Okay.
properly.
Mm,
And uh, second ring will those he will obey the decision
mm,
and he will convey to the others. He will automatically get the power. And
okay.
third one, whatever decision were told to to that person,
Mm,
he will execute it at any circumstances.
okay.
Then he asked the minister distribute this ring to the right person.
Mm,
So red one he gave to the king,
mm.
and second one he gave to the minister, and third one he gave to the senapati.
Gave to the
Senapati,
Senapati.
commander.
Okay, commander of
Senapati.
the army. Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Very good. Very nice. Right. And you have got sharp memory. You are able to remember every incident, the main incidents, and that's good. All right. Okay.
Actually, three incidents were there. Initially, I was remembering only vegetables. Yes,
Okay. Okay. All
incident.
right.
But
Mm.
over the time, while
Yeah.
narrating the story,
You
I could
remember.
recall the other incident also.
That means you were involved in the story and you read it properly. And that's the
Yeah.
reason why these incidents are sticking into their mind. They had
Yeah.
made an impact on your mind, right?
Yeah.
Hello, that's good. All right. So since I told you that you should stick to one tense, past tense,
Yes.
you were doing
But
that.
I did
Yeah. So you had
not
this.
a single mistake.
Some mistakes were there, but not so many mistakes that would that would disrupt communication. The
Okay.
story went in a flow. Okay, so you have the potential to become a very fluent speaker. All right, the only a matter of practice, and this is the best practice you can do to increase your fluency. It's fun. Narrating a story is fun, so you will never get
Yeah.
bored. And
Yeah.
at the same time, you are learning how to speak in a flow, how to
Yes.
connect the sentences,
Mm.
and which word to use at what time. It is a wholesome activity, complete activity, where you
Yeah.
can improve all the skills, like no vocabulary, the
Mm.
fluency, the narration technique, for example, intonation, where to stress the words. All these things you
Yes.
are learning. Ultimately,
Mm.
it will lead to modulation of voice also. For
Yes.
example,
Yes.
if you could have added some dialogues in that
Yes.
story. For example,
Mm.
the king called the farmer and said, okay, now you do whatever I tell you, something like that,
Yes.
introduce the dialogue, the story would become more alive. All right.
Actually, it happens where when you told me in what tense you will tell the story.
Mm, mm.
That time, all the focus was only on tense.
Tense. Yeah, I understand. And this activity was for that. That you will remember the tense in which you are talking. I'm just saying, going forward, you can actually add dialogue also to make it more interesting for the listener,
Yeah.
especially if you're narrating it to kids. Right. So,
Yeah. Especially in tenses also, I face problem in past tense.
yeah, yeah. Most of the, not only you, most of the learners face this problem. This is called interpolation of tenses.
Okay. Uh,
All of a sudden, everything disappeared. Maybe I might have touched accidentally some key. I don't know what happened. The laptop
but
just got
I
exited.
am very much impressed by you because you are a tech friendly in that age. You are doing this very
You mean to
nicely.
say at this age, yeah, senior
No,
citizen.
no, no.
No,
I
no,
just,
no, I
I
don't mean that.
actually,
I'm enjoying my age. That is not the issue. Many people, senior citizens, they find it difficult to be in terms with technology, because
yeah.
maybe it is not required for them. For me, it is required for my profession. So I keep
Mhm.
in touch.
No, sometimes they find it very annoying.
Yeah.
Uh, they do again and again why this is not working, and they don't have passion for it. And scares also. If I will
Yeah,
touch
something would
anything
happen.
wrong,
I
what
used to have
bad.
it. I used to have it earlier, and I used to take the help of my grandchildren.
Uh,
They are my teachers in
uh,
technology. And then
Ma'am,
because
I want to like to hear about you. Where are you talking from?
I'm actually talking from Chennai. Basically, I'm a
Okay.
Keralite. I was in Kerala till my graduation, and then I got
Yes.
married. I was a science student actually. I'd
Okay.
done BSc, zoology, botany, and chemistry. I wanted to become a doctor, but didn't happen.
Mhm.
After my graduation, I got married, and then I went to Rajasthan, Jaipur. My husband was
Yes.
there, Jaipur.
Okay. In
Yeah,
which year?
I got married in 73,
No,
1973.
no, in Rajasthan. In Rajasthan.
From 73 onwards, I was in Rajasthan, and
Okay.
I did my MA there.
Okay.
After post graduation, then I started working. When my children
Okay.
grew up a little bit, I started working. And then I
Okay.
was in Jaipur for 30 years. And then after that, 11 years ago, I retired.
Okay.
After
You were
that,
a teacher?
yeah, I was a teacher. I used to teach in schools as well as colleges. As a part-time teacher, I used to teach in colleges also. And before that also I had taught in a college. And then once I retired, I came to Chennai. So
Okay.
because my children are here, so
Oh,
I'm at present in Chennai. And after my retirement, I started teaching IELTS.
I.
You must have heard about this
Yes, yes, I have.
examination. Those who are going abroad for studies or PR, they have to give this examination. I was coaching them, and yeah, I was actually attached to one or two institutes here because I was freelancing. But then the lockdown happened, institutes closed down, and then I started my classes from my home, online classes. And once I tasted the comfort and convenience of online classes, now I don't want to go out. I want to be at home. And in
But
between, I came across English Yari. So I like the platform. I'm able to meet many youngsters as well as even grown up people, even
and
children.
here is the opportunity you can inspire many of the students also, like
So
me
I
also.
really like talking to people now, and the interaction actually, no, you get to know a lot about people when you talk to
Yeah.
them and about the state, because India is full of variety, diversity, and you come to know about so many people from different corners of the country and at times outside the country also. So that keeps me interested, and that's how.
But ma'am, how did you become fluent? Because in those days, did you have any partner to speak in English? Because the in 1917, 72, I don't think
Agree.
that,
Yeah.
and there
I
were no
I passed out
resources.
my graduation. Yeah, yeah. For once, no. In the beginning, I was not so fluent as such, But we used to talk in English in colleges, mostly to the professors. But with
Okay.
friends, we used to talk in our own language, Malayalam. So,
Malayalam.
no. After my marriage, I went to Jaipur, so I was forced to speak English because I didn't know Hindi.
Okay.
Kerala at that time, no, we had Hindi from sixth standard, that to alphabets. So I was, and no TV was there at that time when I was young. So the only connection with Hindi was some old film songs.
Some more.
Yeah. So with that, one cannot converse, no? So I was
Yeah.
forced to speak in English when I went to Jaipur. Then I did my post graduation also in English, and from there my journey in English speaking started. But to be frank, no, actually my English improved in leaps and bounds after I started teaching.
After the
When you teach, what happens is that you are responsible for your students, aren't you? So you take
Yes.
special efforts to sharpen your skills. So
Yeah, yeah.
every the day before, I used to prepare like anything, and I used to even practice, standing in front of the mirror. So that was actually actual beginning of my journey in spoken English. And from there, then I was in ICSE and ISC. No, I was teaching them.
Okay.
So
Okay.
rich literature, uh,
Which literature was
standard of
there?
English is very high over there in
Very.
that. So naturally, got more interested in literature as it is. We had done it in MA, but then got more interested, and then of course it went on.
Yeah. I was also in Rajasthan for 4 years. In Rajasthan, Diwali.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Diwali.
I've heard
After
about
that,
that, but I've not visited it.
it is on the border of Haryana and Rajasthan.
Ah,
I spent 4 years there, and then we moved here in Gwalior.
okay.
Hindi also is not my mother tongue. I learned it after getting got married.
Yeah. So your mother tongue is
Marathi.
Marathi. Okay, all right. Mhm. Right. Okay, so we keep on changing. No, all these changes have impact on us, on our
Yeah,
personality also, and the way we
yeah,
interact with others. Life
yeah,
is full of experience. Life is the best educator.
yeah, yeah.
Whatever we
But
learn,
learning speaking English is difficult task for homemakers, those who want to speak, but only staying at home.
no, the idea is that we have to put in more efforts. Now, when we go
Yes.
out, naturally we meet many people who don't know our language, so you are forced to speak in English, and that
Yeah, yeah.
becomes a habit. But homemakers have to force themselves, create
Yes.
environment, and that is a
Mhm.
reason why their exposure is less. And there comes the utility of platforms like this, Clappingo, English Yari, yeah, this sort of,
Yeah.
you know, English Yari is the best of all, I feel now.
Yeah, yeah, English area. Yes, and all the tutors are very nicely explained. Whomever I have met, all are very nice.
Okay, I'll tell you the certain points with which you could have improved your narration. It was good,
Yes.
and I could follow the story very well, and I
Mm-hmm.
could imagine it is in mind as though it is happening in front of me. That
Mm-hmm.
credit goes to you, the story writer, as well as you. All right. Okay.
It's your kind word only, ma'am. It was not that much good.
No, it was good. And I'm not trying to just motivate you. No, you did well. Okay, a little more improvement definitely should be there. That's another thing. So he wanted the people, instead of repeating people all the time, you could have used citizens also.
Citizens, yes.
So try to use a range of words. So every
Range
time
of
you don't have to say people, people, people,
yeah,
citizens.
yeah.
Or you can say individuals also.
Individual.
Individuals. Okay, that, here, citizens would be a better word. All right. And person is singular. Plural of person is people.
People, yes.
Yeah. All right. And they were intelligent. You said no, they were intelligent. So you said was. Instead of that, the
Okay.
people were intelligent. All right. And to choose a minister, better than to take a minister, the king of the neighboring country wanted to choose a minister
Choose.
or elect a minister. Choose
Elect.
would be better. Okay. Or pick up. Pick up is another phrase you can use.
Yeah.
And then if they will pass the test, now this is in past tense, so will become would. So
Good.
instead
Yes.
of saying if they will pass the test, if they actually, there is no need to use will along with if. Will is used in the next part of the sentence. So if they pass the test, they